Today I decided to film a monthly reset routine. I was just so motivated for the new year for 2022. I currently don't have a monthly reset routine, and I stopped doing that ever since I believe June, and I used to set goals every single month for myself, and I actually still have it in this black book from what I remember. So I would sometimes do these bullet journals and create goals for myself. Like, this is an example right here. I was on it with these cute bullet journal covers and with my goals. To be honest, I just lost motivation. I lost that lack of dedication. I think starting off this year on the right foot would just make me even more motivated. So I have my iPad out and I'm going to pull up my Good Notes app and create a to-do list. I also have to wash my bedding because it's been a hot minute, so I'm going to bring you guys to my laundry room. One thing that I always notice about myself last year was that I cannot keep my room clean. I know my room is not the messiest. I feel like whenever my space is clean, my mind is clean and I can think clearly. I know this area is not as messy as you guys would have imagined, but yeah, I feel like it's kind of messy to me. So I'm going to clean that up. So I really don't want this portion to be super talkative. I want to reflect to you guys. So I wanted to answer a few questions, such as what were some good moments that happened this year. So I can name 2 off the top of my head right now, but there are a ton of good moments and memories that I made in the year 2021. The first one is my sister getting engaged. That is just something very exciting. She's one of the first in our family to get engaged, so that's really, really exciting and big. The second is I went to the beach for the first time ever since COVID hit. What moments were bad this past year? So there are a lot of bad moments, you guys. You know, everyone's life is not perfect. I feel like I was not taking care of myself mentally, physically, and emotionally. I will always feel so angry, which that anger affected my lifestyle, and I feel like I just wanted to lay in bed and sleep all the time. I feel like my mental health really got bad towards the end of the year. There's a lot of personal things going in my life that I wish I could talk to you guys more about it, but I'm definitely not open to talking about it right now because I feel like I cannot sit here and be emotionally stable. Another thing was that I definitely let myself go towards the end of 2021. I wasn't taking care of myself, my weight, and I know I always tell you guys, you know, weight is just a number, but no, I really let myself go, you guys. I gained 15 pounds ever since October, and I really let myself go during that time frame, and that is just not a healthy weight because I was at 125. I always tried to make excuses up for myself and saying that, oh, it's another wave of puberty that I'm getting hit by, or because, you know, I'm gaining muscles, when in reality I wasn't working out, I wasn't eating healthy, I wasn't drinking enough water, I wasn't even doing anything, you guys. I was sitting at home watching Korean dramas, watching YouTube, just letting myself go and not taking care of myself. I just want to feel good about myself. And like I said, this phrase always stuck with me, and it's your wealth is your health. And that is so important, especially with, you know, what's going on around in the world right now. It's what are you grateful for? I just want to tell you guys a little background of like this question, what are you grateful for? I remember when I was living back at my first apartment, and I first started to journal. I've never journaled my entire life before, never sat down and reflect on my thought. And one of the journal prompts that I ran across was, what are you grateful for? And I literally just sat in bed and started crying because I could not list 3 things off the top of my head. And I know that sounds so silly, and I know that sounds so like selfish. I'm self-centered. I don't think about anything. I don't think about anyone or anything except myself. Whenever I moved to that apartment, I've never felt happier, and I've never felt so myself. Like, I feel like my mind was clear for once ever since I moved out. I just remember crying to Jeffrey and telling him, like, I cannot think of anything that I'm grateful for. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I feeling like this? Why do I think like this? But now I can name 10 things off the top of my head, and it's just very, very simple things such as my health, my boyfriend, my family, my phone, this apartment, my camera, you guys, having clean water, a bed, a roof over my house, money that I can spend stuff on. I found that being grateful for small things are the big things, and without the small things you wouldn't be where you are now. The last question I want to answer today is, what are your goals and resolutions you plan to achieve this year of 2022? So I definitely want to travel more. I want to capture more moments and memories. I want to spend more time with my family and friends. I want to do things that I really love, you know, not be so strict on myself and just let things flow, not have this anger inside me for too long. Definitely learn how to communicate with my loved ones, because communication is something that I struggle with. I hate expressing my feelings. I hate letting other people know how I feel because I don't want to be a burden to others. But I know talking about your emotions is healthy, and that is just something that I really want to work on. But yeah, that is just my end of the year reflections. Now I'm moving on to my monthly goals. I'm going to use this workbook by Shop Lavender. This is Artists of Life workbook, and I'm just so happy that she sent me this because I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and the fact that I was sent this workbook, I feel like I really needed to get my life together. So you guys always ask me where I get my planner and also this workbook, and it's from Shop Lavender. I will leave it down in my description box below. But let me show you guys how the layout of the page looks like for my monthly goal. So this is how the page looks like. I feel like it really is straightforward and so simple, which I love simple. I don't want anything too difficult. So here it says January goals, and you have your main goals, your mini goals, and an action plan to kind of help you break down your weekly goals and how you want to achieve them. And then on the next page is a habit tracker, daily tracker, and a gratitude journal. And then this will be your January review that you'll have a reflection at the end of the week. And then yeah, and then moves on to the next month. So I am going to fill this out. So I moved into my bedroom because Jeffrey is out there eating, so I don't want to bother him. Last year I really struggled a lot with learning how to work around my finance. I really want to, I mean, I was pretty good at budgeting, but like for keeping up with my expenses, financing, and all that kind of jazz, I was not doing a good job of it. I was not keeping track of it. I was not keeping track of how much I spend. I do keep a track of my YouTube AdSense and also my sponsorships and how much I get paid. I have to keep a track of that in order to deduct taxes from it. I have an Excel sheet for that. For my expense tracker, I don't mind sharing that with you guys. Every time I get a paycheck from YouTube or a paycheck from a sponsorship deal, I always follow the 50-30-20 rule. Once I receive a paycheck, I save 50% of that for bills and necessities, and then 30% of it is like what I want and like what I want to spend on. And then the 20% is to go into my savings and also to go to my taxes for YouTube. But here I have my expense tracker for 2022. I just made this yesterday. I realized that I have not been doing a good job of keeping track of how much I spent, and I want to see like a end of the year like report. I want to see how much I spent in total. Here is just a super easy little layout that I made, and I found this template off of Pinterest. You can also create this on Microsoft Excel, but I have a love and hate relationship with Microsoft Excel. I just simply cannot do it. Google Sheet just looks a lot more easier to me, so I just do things this way. I have the months laid out on the top row, and then on the left side I have it in categories of what I spend, like my necessities, like what I need to pay off. Included in the rent is also AC, water, and trash. So our rent total was $11.08. And then electricity is $56. And then for my car insurance, it's $91.02. I know that because I pay that almost every single month. And for my car payment, last year I got a car, and I am still paying it off because I did take out a loan for it, and I pay $160 every single month for gas. I can't really put in that because I don't really know how much I spent, and it's just January, so I can't do fast food or takeout, grocery, and the only subscription services that I actually have is with Amazon, and that is $6.93 a month. And then my credit card, I pay about $41 minimum. My sister keeps a track of our phone bill, but I just send her the money and then she takes care of that. But she hasn't really sent me the bill, so I don't really know how much it is. Now I'm going to create my vision board for 2022. I'm going to do this quick overlaps because I feel like it's going to take me a while to kind of perfect it to how I want. So yeah, let's start this mini time lapse.
It's like raindrops as they roll down the window, heavier as they fall. And when the train stops, there's a moment of silence when you know it's time to go. And now there's no